We're live on Facebook.
But I mean, I
We're live on
too,
Facebook.
But also,
yeah.
it does make me mad.
Hey, we're live on Facebook.
I realize that.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We just.
Hey, can you hear me?
Like,
hey, Nikki, can you hear me?
No
Nikki, you're not hearing me.
sympathy or,
Nikki.
It's just we're just.
Oh my
divided,
gosh.
And it's just crazy.
Hey, Nikki, can you hear me? Nikki.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think you could hear me because I was talking like screaming like Nikki.
Oh no, when I have my button pressed, I can't hear you.
Okay, got it.
Sorry.
All right, sorry.
We're live though, right?
Yeah,
Facebook?
we are. We're live on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's funny. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Oh, you know what? I'm not live.
Yeah, but we're recorded.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Elijah and Jeff with Fast Track Remodeling. Hey, welcome to the show, guys.
Morning. Thanks.
So we are talking about Fast Track.
Yes.
What do you guys do?
We do remodeling for investors. Specialize in remodeling just for investment properties, whether it's a rehab.
I'll check back in 14.
A rental or a flip.
Okay, sounds good.
So all unoccupied houses except for roofing and AC, we will do retail on those.
Yep. Okay.
Looking at expanding even in that roofing thing a little bit more too, we're seeing that there's a need for help with good pricing out there in the market.
In the retail side?
Yeah.
Yeah, for remodeling or
For the retail market of just roofs.
Just roofs.
Just for
yeah,
roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, there needs to be good pricing in that, but you have to add a salesperson and et cetera, to go do that. So y'all are looking at doing that?
Yeah, we're not going to be doing the sales guy. We got maybe a strategy to work out cutting out that particular middleman just because of the pricing and helping people out.
Well, nice.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. In regard to remodeling, we've found a couple things lately that I think some of the listeners are going to want to hear about. First one, just real quick, if people are feeling like the foundation is slightly iffy on the property, we've always recommended, getting a company out there to check the foundation, engineer or something before moving forward. But we've had probably 3 houses where the property was started, and then along the way, after doing some demo or whatever, that it was made more known and obvious that there was foundation issues, and then it was checked out. Sure enough, there was. So the client really had a delay at a bad time.
Yeah.
It would have been better in proper order to start that foundation work before we showed up to do the remodeling work and so on.
Yeah, after remodeling is not a good time.
Even during. I mean,
Right.
like one of them, we did 3 days worth of demo, and then the foundation had to be done, but we had to pull a crew off, put that crew somewhere else, and so we're
Right.
not able to bring a crew next day after the foundation's
Right.
done to get back on it.
Right.
So timing is sometimes an issue on that. So yeah. So
Yeah.
we've just yeah.
I think it would have saved time, obviously, if they would have had a better look at it in the beginning. Another thing, though, just to be clear, since some of these flood houses are coming back on the market, or they've always been there, but more consistently, it seems now that there's been some current buyer or sellers that are willing to let go of their properties now after maybe trying to get a contractor out there and couldn't, or
Right.
or maybe they're just finally fed up with it. But what I'd like people to know is that since January 2018, some, not all, but some of the appraisal amounts have gone down. And so if they're looking at the HCAD, if it's in the Houston area,
Right.
that's Harris County Appraisal District website, look up the house, okay? And if you know it's in the floodplain especially, but if you don't know if it's in the floodplain, you can Google Houston Flood Mapping Tool, and the first thing that pops up is the Harris County FEMA map, and you can type in the address there and see if it's in the floodway, the 100-year, or the 500-year. If it's in any of those 3, then there's a rule called the 50% rule that is required to be held up by the city, and that means that 50% of the improvement value as listed on the appraisal district is what you can do in repairs, but you can't do more than that.
Right.
And so what we found is that every now and again there's some that are lower in general,
Yeah.
but one in particular just came in crazy low. It was $100.
$100.
And it's like
Go do $50 worth of work and
yeah,
come back.
it's absolutely
Yeah.
unreal. Now we checked the neighbor's house. The neighbor's house was still close to 100, but or around 70 or something.
Thousand,
Thousand.
not $100.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
this is in a
100,000.
300 and something $400,000
Yeah, it's like
neighborhood.
it's $400.
So basically, what the county is essentially saying is, we want you to tear that structure down and build new.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, some people may say there may be ways around it. I think any way around that, if you're going to be buying it as an investment, is a risk.
Yes, you're risking time and money.
If you own the property already, maybe
Right.
you might want to look at a workaround. But if you haven't yet owned the property, from our perspective, you got to caution some measure of caution in taking some of those risks with the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but just look at each property is unique on its own. Like I said, one neighbor's 100, the next neighbor's not. It almost looked like that the person fought their taxes after the flood is what it looked like.
Oh, is that right?
That's what it looked like to me. At first, I thought the city was just going after it,
right.
but then the fact that they didn't do the neighbors and stuff made me think that maybe they fought their taxes after the flood. Didn't realize the ramifications of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know for sure, obviously, but
Yeah, I've never seen one that
was that low.
that
$100.
low.
It's just unreal.
I would love to have that guy on the radio to find out.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so those two things I think are good for people to note just when they're looking at these properties. Foundation work, it's always something we don't want to have happen. And you don't get extra money because you fix a foundation, but it's worth
the
it.
good news is our next guest is an appraiser, so we'll be able to ask them if they know anything about that situation. Does that affect the value of the property going forward? Because they normally work on after repair values.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And so
Yep.
Okay, so word of advice based on what y'all have learned since y'all been on in the last 2 weeks is if there's any doubt that there's potentially foundation issues, get Foundation Check or a foundation company out there to
Foundation Check or like an engineer is typically
Yeah.
probably just to help with laying out mapping, and they can actually have a report that they're able to give the foundation company.
Absolutely. And you've been preaching that for a long time.
It just helps.
Yeah. And then the second thing is that check HCAD values, because in some situations you get a little bit of goofiness going on in terms of, because you can only, if it's in the 100-year or the 500-year floodplain, then
you can't go get a regular permit. You got to go, when you go to get your permit, they kick you to the floodplain
to the flood
office.
right away.
So,
and even if any part of the property is on it, even if the house itself is not. Now, with an elevation certificate, some people may want just some of the finer details.
like Blue Willow, for example. It's got a piece of
in
the
the
property.
floodway.
In the floodway.
Right.
Yeah.
But the value of the structure allowed you to be able to rehab the house well above what the 50% rule was. So
Right.
you were totally clear. I mean, we've done some houses
Absolutely.
where it's really, really close.
By
and
the
they
way,
had
we
to actually
close
take-
on that Monday of next week.
Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So one thing that people used to be able to do with appraisers, they used to be able to call a third-party appraiser out, praise the structure at a higher amount. Now, this house, that the $100, they could still do that and get some value higher, but it's probably not going to be enough.
But then then what you could do is you could do some of the work.
You could.
And because you might want to start with the foundation. I know.
The city is not. I wouldn't recommend that.
Well, some people have been doing it,
I'm
but
just
that's
saying
what I
that
meant about the workaround idea and how there are some measures of
Yeah.
risk in
Just
that.
why would you buy a property and take that chance? It's just
It's extra headache, too, having to do certain things out of order, because you have to complete it, seal it off with the city, completely be done,
and
then
really
start again.
the person who has lost the economic value is the seller of the house.
Right.
And so as an investor, why would you buy their problem, right?
Yeah.
And you could, I mean, like, I look at Meyerland houses, for example, and I see that, the land value according to HCAT is like $300,000, and it's just, there's no way possible that the numbers work on that, because you're not really going to be able to go in and remodel the existing structures. They're all, in my opinion, teardowns for the ones that have flooded 3 times. So that has to be new construction. So then you work backwards your numbers on what can you pay for the land if you're going to build new and compete with Bel Air. So what's a new house go for in Bel Air? And you've got to be cheaper than that, because no one's going to pay as much in Meyerland, I think, as Bel Air. I mean, given the choice, $1 million in Bel Air or $1 million.
Yeah, so the writing's on the wall a little bit there to the person who just wants to maybe buy their own or build their own as opposed to have an investment to build it for speculative. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It tells a lot. And I think some people just see an opportunity and then they want to make it work.
Right.
That can work in this industry a lot, but it's not
as long
ideal.
as you know the math.
It's not ideal. It's better if the deal actually makes full sense the entire way around.
Yeah, you have to math it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. All right, so you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. I want to give out Fast Track's information. It's fasttrackremodeling.com, fasttrackremodeling.com, 832-742-9992, 832-742-9992.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. You would think I'd have it memorized by now. But, when you text somebody a phone number and you're multitasking, like doing 3 things at once.
It doesn't work out.
I texted my phone number. I texted a friend of mine's number trying to send Dave. Sorry, Dave. Dave, you know who you are if you're listening. So sorry. I texted every number but your number yesterday trying to, so I'm not perfect. Those of y'all that know me.
It's a new day.
Yeah, y'all know I'm not perfect. So just willing to help, though. That's the thing is, here at Right Path, we want to make a difference. We have a saying that you help enough other people get what they want in life, and yours is an automatic. And what we want to do is help people learn how to build wealth and income through real estate, whether that's wholesaling, whether that's buy and hold, whether that's buy, fix, and flip. Our favorite is buy and hold, but we also teach being the lender, being the bank, so to speak, and flipping and wholesaling. So
it's fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. In fact, y'all are investing now yourselves.
Yeah.
So
closed on one 2 weeks ago and got another one tomorrow and another one next week.
We close it tomorrow and then next week one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. So, what's y'all's goal in terms of how many houses are y'all trying to? 60 houses.
60 houses, buy and hold.
Okay. 60 by when?
5 years.
5 years.
Right. So about 1 a month average.
Yeah, that's a good pace. So 60 houses in 60 months. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
it can be done.
It can be done.
Right.
And the excitement actually makes you want to do it faster.
Yes.
That's the thing, the challenge of making sure that you're finding what you can afford or finding what you can see is in the areas you'd like to.
Before y'all came on the air, and I know we only have 1 minute left, but one of the things we were talking about is like goals, right? And you see a lot of people that say that they want their life to be different, but they don't know really how to make it that way. And I was meeting with someone yesterday at a piece of property, and he's a pastor, and he helps people obviously change their lives and things like that, and have a spiritual calling, all of that. And one of the things that I recognize is one of the uniquenesses. A lot of times people, they say, well, I want to have it. And he was talking about focusing on it without the right purpose, you can't really achieve it. And I said, but I think it goes beyond the purpose. It also has to be something specific and measurable. When you say, I want to have 60 houses within 60 months, that's so specific and it's so measurable that now you can hold yourself accountable to the progress. That if you just said, I want 60 houses, well, by when? I don't know, whenever I get around to it. That's not measurable enough.
Right.
It's so far out. If somebody says, well, I want to make $50,000 more a month than I'm making now, well, by when? I don't know. It's so out there in the future. But when you say, I want to go to Hawaii on October the 15th, and, when it gets that specific, now you can put action behind it that's measurable. So you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. See you on the next one.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber?
Hey, morning, everybody. First two segments today are pre-recorded with Fast Track and NextGen, and then the third segment today is going to be live with PropertyCare.
And we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. Sorry about you Facebook folks that we're having a little problem with the feed. Got it fixed during the break, so we're back. And then the first section was recorded, so it'll be uploaded to Facebook later. Joined live in the studio now with Michelle Rodriguez, NextGen Appraisals. How are you?
Right. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
NextGenAppraisals.com, NextGenAppraisals.com, 713-346-9911, 713-346-9911.
That's us. Give us a call.
So Jeff and Elijah were on right before you talking about HCAD values that if you're in the 100-year or 500-year floodplain, that you can only you're forced to go into the flood department basically of the permitting office to get your permits basically.
Correct.
And that you can only remodel your scope of work dollar value can only be up to 50% of the structure value. So if you've got a house in Bel Air, for example, $350,000 HCAD appraised value, 300 of that is the land, 50,000 is the structure. Max you can do is 25,000 remodeling.
Sure.
And they saw a property just recently. They think that the owner, in order to get their tax values down, house was flooded. It's in the 500-year floodplain, and is arguing that his house is not worth very much now because he doesn't want to pay much in taxes. So HCAD gave an appraised value on the structure of $100. Guy's obviously shooting himself in the foot now.
Sure.
Made it. It's essentially lot value now.
Right. It is. Well, yeah. I mean.
And so you if you went to go pull permits, you could only give $50 worth of remodeling, which is impossible. Which basically
light
saying
bulb, maybe?
Yeah, which is basically saying you cannot remodel the house.
Correct. So we've had this issue come through our office before, and every time we do it, they ask us to do it a different way. So what that tells me is there's probably not a lot of consistency on how you can combat this with the tax office, because we've come in and they said, well, tell us the value of what the structure was before it flooded. So we've done that. Okay, tell me what the value of the structure is now after it flooded. So we've done that. So it's difficult for me to give advice as far as like what type of appraisal you should get. So the only advice I could really give is start the process with the tax office or whatever their avenue you're going through. And then once they advise you what type of appraisal you need, then come to us. But as far as the appraisal process itself, there's a few methods that we use to, one, determine if that land value is correct. One is we can pull other lot sales And if that's not available, we have a few other methods like allocation method and extraction, which we don't need to get into because they're not very fun.
Yeah.
We try and see if the value of the land of what they have on there is accurate, and then we go and try and find the value of the structure. So it's a very separate type of appraisal from like your traditional pulling sales comps kind of deal. So the best thing I can say is find out exactly what it is you need before you order the appraisal. Otherwise, it's just going to be you buying probably 2 or 3 different types of appraisals and throwing it at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Right. So in that situation, I mean, essentially the value of the property is much reduced than before all that happened.
Yeah, Elijah was telling me that, type of structure that was on the property and, it had siding and everything was in good condition. It just had been flooded. So obviously he said the framing was in good condition, the foundation. So, obviously that's worth more than $100. I don't even know where you could get a foundation poured for $100. So.
Yeah. However, if you're not able to go back and, redo electrical, you can't redo plumbing, you can't redo any of the things that you have to pull permits on in order to do that. And the city comes in and shuts you down and says you cannot upgrade this to livable conditions.
Right.
So the fact that there's a foundation there, I mean, so what, right?
Right.
I mean, they're essentially saying you cannot, that foundation is now, quote unquote, underwater according to their standards. They don't want you to build an underwater foundation.
Yeah, I try and give generic advice on the radio show, but we're going to dive into this one a little bit more specific. So obviously that home, what did he say the land value was?
Let's say it's $100,000.
Okay, and then $100 on the structure. So what that tells me is the land to home value ratio is off.
Yeah, of course.
And so we have to tweak that ratio and find out if the land value is accurate, then obviously the improved structure needs to improve,
right.
Ironically. And then if the land value is not correct, then that's going to decrease and then thus increase the improved value.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said earlier you have to know what exactly it is you need in terms of repaired value before it flooded, as is value now, value after you fix it, whatever it is you're looking for, and what you're going to take to the city to combat this issue.
Yeah.
Because we all know $100 for that structure is wrong, right? Like, we know that, logically.
Well, unless it has to be totally torn down, and because we've seen structures that, I saw a structure yesterday that, has recently been
okay. So
vandalized.
let's say the whole structure needs to be torn down. You don't need to pull up the foundation.
Actually,
right?
you do because
you do.
because it's below, if it's in the 500-year floodplain, right? And what they're saying essentially is that foundation has to be raised.
Okay, but you still are not dealing with raw land. You still have in-ground utilities and electrical and things like that. So, I think, but maybe a lot of people don't realize is if you go and buy a land out in the country, you have to put all those utilities in, and there's actually a great cost to do that. The city doesn't just come out and plug your house into the network. Yeah, you're going to have sewer
to the property, right.
Right, so even the utilities running up to the house are part of the value of a structure.
Yeah, but
and
that's in the land value, or is that in the structure?
No, that's part of the improved value.
Yeah,
the land value is the raw land and the location itself.
Got it.
Anything you do to the land is improved value. And I think even if there was nothing on it, but if you still had utilities or any other type, even if it's been cleared, you've improved the property to an extent.
Correct. Question is, how much does the marketplace value that?
Sure.
From a supply and demand standpoint.
I'm assuming this is a inside the loop lot, and you're not going to see that a lot inside the loop.
Correct.
Of course, all of those lots are going to be cleared with utilities and things like that. So.
Right. Yeah. All right, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. If you want to call in and ask questions, it's 713-785-1817. That's 713-785-1817. NextGen Appraisals, it's Michelle Rodriguez, nextgenappraisals.com, 713-346-9911, 713-346-9911. So how quickly can you get out and give an appraisal?
Our typical turnaround time is 5 business days. We do desktops in 2, and then we accommodate rushes as well.
And how big of an area do you go out?
We cover Harris County and the surrounding counties.
Okay, so won't go to Dallas, won't go to San Antonio.
Correct. No, we need to have regional competency, and we're currently just trying to maximize Houston before we decide to go and branch out into other areas.
Are you thinking you want to make an announcement here? You're thinking
no. I mean, I guess I'm hinting at it. Of course, it's on my mind. Every
Yeah.
business wants to scale.
Right.
But I don't think that's going to happen for a while.
Because, we have listeners in Dallas. We have listeners in San Antonio.
Yeah, and I have clients that are lenders that do a lot of work in Dallas as well. So it would be not necessarily easy, but it would be available.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an option, but we can't. There's no point in scaling to another location when there's still a lot of opportunity here that we can take advantage of.
Yeah, you haven't hit a saturation point in Houston yet, right?
I don't think so, no. I mean, I think there's more growth for us here.
Yeah. Okay, again, nextgenappraisals.com, nextgenappraisals.com, 713-346-9911, 713-346-9911. What are you seeing in the marketplace in terms of the number of appraisals you're doing? Is it more buy and hold? Is it more buy, fix, and flip? Is it more, what are you seeing?
We do a lot of buy and hold, just period in general. As far as the marketplace and activity, HAR just recently came out with a really good report. I would recommend reading it because they took August's numbers last year versus August this year, compared it with the whole month of August, and then they also extracted the week of August from last year where Harvey hit and real estate essentially stopped moving. So it's a really great report by HAR. Long story short, they're showing that the numbers, even if you extracted the stuff that happened with Harvey last year, that we're still showing an increase in values as well as inventory as well as like turnover, number of sold. So we're doing great in Houston. It's great to see it bounce back so quickly, you know, in a year.
Now, are you seeing any markets that because of Harvey that were flooded neighborhoods, things like that, that are not bouncing back very quickly? Or
honestly, to be very blunt, it's not necessarily if a home has flooded or not. It's how much is the cost of insurance going to be.
Yeah.
And that increases based on how many number of times it's flooded, what floodplain it's in, etc. And so that's actually something we're actually recently had to consider more and more in our valuations.
So are you actually getting insurance quotes to help adjust the appraisals? And
no,
like
not getting quotes, but fortunate enough to have a few contacts where I can ask them, you know, is it going to be great? Basically, I have it broken down to some key points, and then if we're hitting any of those boxes, then we take other things into consideration.
We ran into that situation. We've got a property on the market right now. It's currently under contract, and one of the issues with the piece of property is that they were having a tough time. A couple of the insurance carriers, they said, we're not even going to quote it.
Yeah.
And then another one, they came back and it was like $4,500 and
a year, right?
A year, right? And then we got a quote from our carrier, Benchmark, and it was like $2,800. Wow. And so that made a huge difference. So at $4,500 a year, the people didn't want to go forward with the contract. And then when and as long as they were able to verify, they obviously called Benchmark and got the quote and all that, which, you know, because Benchmark sells not just to investors like us, but to retail clients as well. And they're like, yeah, no, it's a, you know, A+ rated company and all that, and it's a straight up, you know, here it is, a lot cheaper.
Right.
And then
but $2,800 a month, not a month, excuse me, $2,800 a year is still significantly more than a home that's not in a floodplain.
Of
correct?
Course, yeah.
And so that's something that people are trying to consider. And normally, if you're paying higher in insurance per year, you want to pay less for the home itself.
Yeah, because you want your total monthly payment, because your monthly payment's going to be principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, right? So that's your PITI. And so I look at it, it's a little bit like with a condo. I mean, I look at that for every $100 of payment, that's like $10,000 of lost value on the property.
Right. So that's the trade-off, I think, for a lot of when you're selling to a retail client is you're getting this really great, beautiful home. It may or may not necessarily flood versus, well, as far as the price that you're paying, you're maybe not going to get as nice of a home, but you're going to get cheaper insurance.
Music says I'm out of time.
It's a trade-off.
All right. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, nextgenappraisals.com, 713-346-9911. Thanks for coming in.
No problem. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Is Jerry there?
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started NextGen Appraisals. NextGen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Checking 1 2 3. Checking 1 2 3.
What up, Jerry?
How you doing, Nikki?
I'm good. Turn your mic up.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply
Checking.
Turn your left.
You're going to get the foundation repair.
Checking 1 2 3. Checking 1 2 3.
That's just a tad bit more.
Foundation Check utilizes
Such a sweet voice.
all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market.
Very calming.
Remember to check before
Oh, we're
every
good.
repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts. Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Dang it.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law.
When we're done, I mean, I've got a 4-minute segment after we're done, but I'll tell you the story.
The Invisible Investor Strategy today.
Not a huge fan.
I used them once.
Yeah. Didn't go well, did it?
Five for doing that.
Yeah, right.
706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me
I feel like our segments have been pushed back a little bit, huh?
What do you mean?
Like it's like 9:37. I usually thought we were on the air at 9:34.
No, I mean this is the show clock that we've used since we started.
Okay.
So from 9 o'clock to 9:06 is local news, weather, and traffic, and then so 9:06 to 9:18, and then a break till 22, and then the next segment goes to 34, and then
38.
Yeah, and then. So it starts at 38.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call
so we go
Fast
38
Track
to
Remodeling
50.
at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental
I kept thinking
rehab.
there were 14-minute segments, but they're actually 12.
No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
3 12-minute
So give us a call
segments, and then there's that last one that's like 450, so just under
This
5.
is Business 1110.
All right, gentlemen, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Join live in the studio. Jerry Ta, PropertyCare, PropertyCareHouston.com, 713-489-7653. How are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. Seemed like traffic was kind of light today.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really rough, I think, 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was.
I think I got to work pretty late.
Right.
But it's been a little bit lighter. I don't know.
Yeah.
The rain kind of sucks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, apparently this weekend, supposed to no rain.
Nice and sunny.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, today I think it's supposed to stop, but just cloudy, and then it's supposed to be sunny from there.
Right. So have you had any properties having any issues with the water?
Water?
Yeah.
As far as...
No flooding or anything like that?
No. I actually was going to get a client, and he said his parents' house flooded. And maybe it was a pipe leak or something. I didn't ask any further. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
He said his parents was going to move into his rental house before
he rents it out to you.
Yeah. Before he gets it out.
Did he get the lease done correctly?
No. Not yet. We weren't able to lease it out yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I just, do you make your parents sign a lease so that you can follow all the protocol when you to evict them?
I was like, it's time for you to go.
Yeah,
I'm trying to say this nicely.
Come on, Ma, Pa.
Yeah, I mean,
Freeloaders.
that's a big thing with family. Like, hey, I always sign a lease with family and friends.
Yeah.
No matter what, just in case, you know. We could be family and friends today and not tomorrow.
Yeah. Still be family.
Yeah.
Can't fire family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes much as we want to.
Yeah. Disliked family.
Right. So, all right. So anything new going on in property management?
Not necessarily. I just came back. Every year I try to go to a convention.
Yeah.
There's a NARPM convention, which is National Association of Residential Property Managers.
Okay.
And then from there, you just pick up. It's continuous education.
Of course, right.
Everything
Best
you do.
practices are always improving, right?
Yeah. So it's got to refresh a little bit. Like,
Right.
hey, even some things that maybe I knew I was supposed to do and got put back on the back burner, maybe coming forward, and just trying to clean up things a little bit. So I was in San Diego most of last week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The weather is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Over there.
Yeah.
And then I came back to this.
Yeah. Right.
So
I've never been to a bad weather day in San Diego.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Their claim is that they have like the best weather in the world or something, right?
I haven't found anything to dispute it.
I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah.
Either. Maybe their morning is pretty cloudy.
Yeah.
Get a little fog in the morning, but as the day goes on, it's pretty nice.
Right. And to be that close to the beach and all that, just.
And I was actually on Coronado Island.
Oh, dang.
So I was actually on that nice hotel on Coronado Island. So I was right on the beach.
So what did you learn? Well, new best practices. Did you pick up anything and go, oh man, what did you walk away with?
It's always continuous improvement. It's always something that we've already done before. But trying to get our workflows correctly.
Right.
We use DocuSign and we use ZipLogics and stuff. And I've been trying to look for something a little bit better, even for property management agreements.
Right.
And the one thing I hate about these conventions is everyone says that they do something.
Yeah, right. Right.
But it's like this big mystery. Like, what exactly is that you do or use? I got this system that's amazing. This is how we kind of break down our company out, and I'm like, okay, can I get a little bit more?
Yeah, right.
And it's always up to me to find more. But apparently, there's a system out there that can, even a little bit better than DocuSign, or even maybe DocuSign's the answer, but I just need to upgrade to the Enterprise Edition,
right,
to get all the bells and whistles that comes along with it.
So I assume DocuSign and some of the others, .loop and all the others, did they have booths there? Did they have salespeople? Was it a trade show as well? Or
yes, it's a trade show as well. What's funny is that. I helped you out here a little bit, but I think 5 booths for screening.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's tons of screening companies out there, and I actually wanted to talk to one. I believe CoreLogic.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know CoreLogic, is everything runs on based on CoreLogic systems.
Matrix, HAR, MLS. Yeah.
So CoreLogic is actually coming out with a tenant screening.
Oh, really?
And they haven't gone with HAR yet. Or they're trying to get in with HAR where, hey, this is kind of the main provider.
Yeah, right.
Same thing as ZipLogic.
Yeah.
This is the main provider for all your forms.
Sure.
So they're trying to get in with HAR, I believe, to be the main provider of tenant screening. Because, as you know, all the agents are like, how do you screen tenants?
Yeah,
right. There's this big mystery on, like, how do you screen tenants? And makes me wonder, like, how are these agents placing tenants into properties?
Right. Well, I think on the buyer's agent side, that's the side that most people are on. They leave it up to the listing agent to do it, or for a property management company, and not. But it's surprising to me how many people want to self-manage 3, 4, 5 properties. I'm like, you. There's no way possible you could be doing that as efficiently as like what PropertyCare can do.
Right.
And so why even? It's like for $85 a month. Why would you want to manage your own property? That's just. That's ludicrous.
And like the fact that, to me, agents are trying to figure out how to screen correctly. What makes you think a person that self-manages, how do they figure that out? Like, oh, hey, can you go to Credit Karma and run your credit?
Yeah.
I've actually heard that before.
Yeah.
Like, I get a Credit Karma from them and see their credit score. But what about everything else? Like eviction and stuff.
Well, my biggest concern on screening, like you helped us out, just because we're setting up. In fact, we're contracting it tomorrow. A situation where we're selling a property with seller financing.
Right.
And it's a flip house.
Right.
And it's a $360,000 sales price, so it's higher end, and
Right.
we're not carrying the paper long term, but we've set it up, and it's a great deal for the lender. They're going to the buyer's putting $150,000 down on a $360,000 house, and we used an RMLO for the screening on the finances. But but they don't do background like criminal screening or all that kind of stuff because that's not financial. And like my lender, I know him really, really well, and want to protect him, do do everything I can to keep them safe, and because they're not full time, real estate lender.
Right. They're passive.
Yeah, they
truly
are.
passive.
They're truly passive, right? And they're in our group, and we protect people in our group. I mean, we really
Right.
do to the best of our ability. We do everything we can. I mean, I treat it like it's my own money, even though it's not. And so yeah, sure enough. You did a background check and comes up clean, but we're looking. I mean, are they sex offenders? Or they're it's kind of like you want to know who you're dealing with,
right?
And for sure, Chase would do that. Wells Fargo would do that. Bank of America would do. I mean, we're not doing anything any different than that,
right?
And so yeah, it turns out. And so thanks for helping us out for that. And we're not offering that as a service for everybody, but but this business is about relationships.
Right.
It really is. And so when you can leverage relationships, I just thought about, well, I could go get that set up myself, but I don't want to set that up. I mean. You're not going to do it well the first time, and you're going to spend hours and hours. And like, who do I know that would probably have that in place already? And you were the first person I thought of.
And to do screening, I mean, there's obviously not anyone can just screen anybody.
Right.
I mean, they got to do a background check on you,
right?
In order for you to be qualified enough to screen someone else.
Correct.
Like, passing financial information like that, it's very, very important.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, because it's kind of like you have an insurance background, so I think from a risk management standpoint, and then you think about all the HIPAA files and things like that, and what information can and cannot be shared, and it's really, really limited. You take someone's social security number, on an application or something like that puts you liable for a lot of things that could, So we didn't want any part of that. So again, thanks for helping us out.
Yeah.
So it's PropertyCareHouston.com. That's PropertyCareHouston.com. 713-489-7653. 713-489-7653. So you go all over Houston, essentially, right?
Right. We say Greater Houston.
Yeah.
So we cover a little bit beyond Houston also.
So go to Conroe. Go to Brookshire.
Not to Brookshire yet.
Okay, got it. West Katy?
Yeah, Katy to West Katy. We go down to Pearland on, I guess, the real south. We've actually never made it to Alvin or Jackson like that.
Okay.
To the east, we go to Baytown. Have not made it past Baytown because I think I've
got a house coming up for you in Pearland.
Pearland?
Yeah,
okay.
Fast Track should be finishing, I think, Friday on the rehab.
And then to 45 South, we made it down to Texas City quite a bit at this
point. Quite a bit, right.
we stay off the island though.
Yeah,
so
we definitely don't cross the causeway.
Yeah. We haven't made it to the island yet.
Okay, all right. So yeah. In fact, I've got a property coming up. I think Fast Track's finishing it Friday, so you should be getting a call from Maribel.
Okay,
it's ready to go, and so signs can go up. You can list it, all that kind of stuff. It's a nice 2-story house. I think 2,200 square feet.
Yeah,
I think rents in the area are 18, 19.
2 minutes.
Right,
something like that. Nice house.
Yeah, what's crazy? I've had an enormous amount of out of town buyers. Seems like there was this big rush at one point a couple years ago, and then it just like everyone got frustrated, left, and now you got the real people coming back.
Right.
So we've actually helped a lot of out of town buyers recently.
Yeah.
Making sure that their remodels are going correctly, or their contractors are actually doing what they're saying.
Right.
Which is kind of part of our, it helps us, and also is something that's value added for out-of-town clients.
What are some mistakes that you see that investors are making in terms of rehabs? Are you seeing any mistakes?
No, I mean, as long as if you're doing everything, that's great.
Right.
I mean, there's always a little couple of things that you could do more. Like, instead of putting a cheap $30 fan into one light bulb, which is frustrating for everybody.
Right.
Just put a normal light fixture in there. We talk about this all the time. We've gone away from carpet, mostly hard surfaces.
Right.
I mean, tile throughout the house. I mean, you're not going to lose any value.
Right.
On the
we
rental.
went carpet on the stairwell and upstairs. There was tile all downstairs, but on this particular house down in Pearland.
And flipping carpet stairs to hard surface is really. I mean,
hard.
Maybe it's not cost effective too.
It's not. Yeah. In fact, we went carpet almost everything upstairs. There's the big living area upstairs at the top of the stairwell, and then in the bedrooms, all the bedrooms are upstairs. So we went carpet in all of those and kept hard surfaces in the bathrooms. But, But it'll have all new carpet, and it'll be nice. So I'm going to hang on to it for probably 2 years as a rental, and then flip it.
Yeah.
It's a little. I think what's going to happen. I think it's got about a 255 ARV right now, and I bought it subject to, and had to put some money into it to get it caught up in the mortgage, and then let the seller take some money, and then have now spent money on the rehab and all that. So I've got too much in it to flip it, but it'll cash flow well, and I think it's going to appreciate.
Pearland is a very desirable area.
Oh my God. It's appreciating like crazy.
It's not like it doesn't ring like Katy or
Right,
something,
sure.
but I mean, it's a very desirable area.
Well, I think once 288 gets finished and then they're expanding it, you get a fast track to, no pun intended, into the downtown and all
Or
that.
medical center.
Yeah, right. Medical center downtown, great jobs. So a lot of people are moving to Pearland, and I think this place is only going to appreciate it. I think it's going to be a $300,000 house in 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then it'll be too expensive to keep as a rental. I'll exit out of that and buy 2 or 3 more. With the profits. So, hey, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. We're talking with Jerry Ta. He's with PropertyCare, PropertyCareHouston.com. That's PropertyCareHouston.com. 713-489-7653. That's 713-489-7653. I use him for my rental properties. You should too. Give him a call. He'll get him started today.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, man.
Mic's off.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary pier work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts. Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 877-429-9992.
One more day in the studio.
FastTrackRemodeling.com.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Moving day Saturday.
Single-family investment properties, whether it's a
that's a lot of work.
rehab
I know.
or a rental rehab.
For,
managing it yourself.
I'll go ahead and give them a
And whether
plug.
you
We do
work
not move
yourself,
ourselves. We
Fast
use
Track
skinny
Remodeling
wimp
does manage it
movers.
all.
So
And
give us a
they
call
are
today at
awesome.
832-742-9992.
When I moved from my condo to the townhouse, when we moved to here, we've used them for.
They do commercial and residential, huh?
They do, yeah, and they are amazing. They are unbelievable how good they are.
Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending.
I may ask Heather for their contact because I move in November at
Yeah.
the end.
Oh, good. Yeah, they charge by the hour. They send out 3 guys. They're like $130 an hour. And no, it's not, because they knock out in like 3 hours what other people do in 5 or 6. They're the first mover that I've ever seen that they literally, like, you're carrying the stuff, like, let's say from the truck to the new place, right, or from the old place into the truck. So you can't run when you're carrying a load, right? But these guys literally run in the other direction, like, to get the next load. I mean, and that, you know, you could see that for like the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, you know, got some adrenaline, you're excited, you know, get going. They do that the entire time, and they've done that every single move that we've ever done with them. Yeah, they're amazing. I give them thumbs up. That's a non-paid endorsement. Yep. For what that's worth. Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817 is our call-in number. So Right Path really is designed to help people create a life of abundance by shifting mindsets, implementing proven systems, and facilitating a community of action takers. You know, to be successful in life, you must take action. But I see so many people that are not taking action in the right direction. In fact, they don't even know what direction to pick. Have you ever seen somebody, they just, it happens sometimes with little kids, you know, they wake up from a nap or something like that, and they're just kind of turning around. They don't really know what direction to go. Sometimes I feel like that's the way people are with their financial future. They really don't know what to do. They don't know how to set a plan in place. What I can tell you is it's okay to start dreaming again about what your financial future is about. We're in really exciting times as it relates to single-family real estate and buy and hold investing. Now, you can make money flipping, and we teach that. You can make money wholesaling. We teach that also. But it's an incredible time to invest in buy and hold single-family real estate. When you look at the appreciation that's available, especially leveraged appreciation. I don't have time to go into all of it right now, but head over to rightpathrealestate.com. That's rightpathrealestate.com. And there's a section in the upper left-hand corner that just says Why Real Estate. And click on that. And we do a comparison chart. Have you ever compared real estate to stocks, to bonds, to other types of investing vehicles, and compared to see, are there tax advantages? Is there leverage available? Is there appreciation? Is there depreciation? All the different categories that you should weigh one investment versus another. Only single-family real estate checks all of those boxes, especially on the buy and hold side. And if you haven't taken a look at single-family real estate, what I'll tell you is it is literally costing you millions of dollars over the lifetime of your investing horizon. I don't care if that's 8 years, if that's 10 years.
1 minute.
We literally have had students join us, and within 12 months have added $1.3 million to their total net worth. And they've added $130,000 in annual cash flow. I mean, that's over $11,000, over almost $12,000 a month added to their net income. Added to their net income, almost $12,000 a month. If you want to learn more about that, go to rightpathrealestate.com, register. We've got a free event today. It's called the Wealth and Income Workshop. It's free today. It's 12 o'clock in our offices. It's not too late to sign up. We have a couple of seats available. Either give a call to 281-888-9555. That's 281-888-9555. Or go to rightpathrealestate.com and get registered. See you today. Thanks for listening. I'll be back in the studio tomorrow. And if you have time available tonight, go to the Quest IRA event. Go to questira.com and register for Fright Night. Thanks for listening, guys.
All right, Tom, have a good
I'm sorry I went over.